Hi, I'm Jennifer Crush, a real estate agent here in the Sioux Falls area. Before we start running around taking a look at houses, I always like to pause and talk through a few things first. Touring homes is fun. Trust me, I love a good kitchen and a cozy living room just as much as anyone. But if you go in with a game plan, you'll save a ton of time, stress, and what were you thinking moments. Today, I want to talk you through a few simple questions to think about before you start touring homes. First, let's talk about your real budget, or I'd like to call it comfortable budget. I'm not just talking about the number a mortgage calculator spits out or what a lender says is your max approval. I mean, what monthly payment would actually let you sleep at night? In our area, prices and taxes can change quite a bit from one neighborhood to the next. So before we book showings, I want to have a good handle on what your ideal payment is, your do not cross limit. Once we know that comfort zone, I can keep you away from homes that might stretch you too thin and focus on the ones that make sense for your life. Next, we want to think about where your daily life actually happens. Not just, oh, that neighborhood looks pretty, but things like, how far do you want your commute to be? How far are you willing to drive to your gym, your church, or favorite coffee shop? Do you want to be on quiet streets? Or do you enjoy a little more activity? Do you want to be close to parks, trails, or schools? Different parts of Sioux Falls and the surrounding small towns each have their own feel. If you were to tell me, I want an easy commute, I want to be on a quieter neighborhood and have a park nearby, that instantly helps us narrow down where we should focus our tours instead of driving all over the map. Another big one, how long do you think you're going to live in this home? Is it more of a 2 to 3 year starter home? Or can you see yourself staying there for 5 to 10 years? If it's a short-term home, we'll want to think more about resale, location, layout, how appealing it might be to the next buyer. If it's a longer term, we might prioritize things like school districts, yard size, room to grow. Maybe you're thinking about future children, pets, hobbies, or even multi-generational living. Your timeline helps us decide what's worth stretching for and what isn't. The next one, what are your non-negotiables versus what would be nice? This is one of my favorites because it really keeps buyers grounded. I always suggest making 2 simple lists. Your non-negotiables, those are going to be your things like number of bedrooms, garage size, extra parking. Maybe you need a fenced yard for pets or children. And then we have our nice to haves, the things that would be great, but they're not deal breakers, like quartz versus granite, the exact color of cabinets, finished versus an unfinished basement. When we're walking through homes, it's really easy to get distracted by shiny updates and cute decor. Those lists help us remember. If it doesn't have that 3rd bedroom you truly need, it's probably not the right house for you, no matter how pretty the flooring is. And finally, who do you want on your team? Buying a home isn't something you do alone. You'll want a lender you trust, an agent who listens, educates, and doesn't pressure you, and eventually a home inspector and a few other pros. Because of my background with safety and construction awareness, I naturally look at homes differently. I am not just asking, do you like this? But also, does this make sense for your long term? You deserve a team that's honest with you, even if that sometimes means saying, you know what, this house looked great online, but it might not be the best fit for your goals. So before you spend your Saturday touring 6 random houses, take a little time to think through, what is your comfortable budget? Where you want your daily life to happen? How long do you plan to stay in the home? Your must-haves versus your nice-to-haves. Who you want on your side. If you're thinking about buying in Sioux Falls or the surrounding communities and want someone to walk through all of this with you, I'd love to help. We can chat about your budget, your timeline, and which neighborhoods might fit your lifestyle. No pressure, just a real conversation. I'm Jennifer Crush, and I'm here to help you go from just looking to this feels like home with a clear plan and a little less stress.